somebody about.
Okay, we'll get going here with the staff meeting this morning. Theron, you're up first.
Sebastian, I can remote in on my computer now and get my stuff. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Okay. This is not for this upcoming meeting, but the one after, because I'll be gone the week before that meeting. But I would like to request to apply for a grant that opens in October. Community Crossings 2026-1. Aaron and I are still looking at numbers to make the match. So we're gonna figure all that out too. And then also in that same meeting, I would like to bring up the traffic committee recommendation. We have one intersection that we've discussed and looked at, so we'll bring that to you as well. And then either the 2nd or the 15th of September, I would like to bring the ADA updates to approve so that we can apply for the October grant. I'm sending it to our legal and NDOT's legal today. It's the same documents as last year, just updated information. And then if our legal has any updates to the legal terminus of it. That's it for me.
Do you want that on September 2nd or 15th?
Let's try this 15th. Let's be realistic.
That's good because Labor Day is in there, so.
Yeah,
The 1st.
me too. Well, Labor Day, but not the 2nd.
Whatever
Second's
that
on a
is.
Tuesday.
Is that a Tuesday? Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
So the 15th.
ADA recommendations.
ADA updates. Title 26. We don't have action plan. We just do it. We just do all.
ADA updates, Title 6.
Yeah.
And Title 6. Okay.
The other one doesn't have signing on.
All righty.
So
Come on up, Aaron.
I want to make sure because I know we.
No, she's done.
We talked about this last time. I did send them to you guys, but I did bring copies for you. Ask you to review the 3 SOPs we have for, I guess it would be uniforms, the on-call procedure, call outs and smoking location. This would be the start for our department. If you guys want to review those and if you're okay with that, I'd like the legal team to look at them. HR has looked at them, just to make sure we're good before we start our book. Pass those down. I think we'll get good with the Kurt.
Yeah,
Make it easier on you.
Thanks, Aaron.
We're not ready for Monday on that.
So I don't think that's an agenda item. I think it's probably more of a housekeeping one. Next thing on the agenda, salt bids. Not sure if we want to do this in executive meeting, if we want to do it now. I guess it's kind of up to you guys to decide how you may want to proceed. If you want me to talk about it now or an executive session.
Say yes or no.
I know Kurt was looking at.
Yeah, it was really whether or not you want to go with the current one you have and the price, or whether you want to go through the bidding process, right? I think that's kind of.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're getting at.
That's
And
It's a
you're,
state bid, right?
it is.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
Yeah. It was higher,
Yeah.
I think is what you were. concerned.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was higher than last year.
I don't think it's gonna be any lower, cheaper if he goes outside.
I doubt it.
I don't either. The vendor that actually, it's the one that's fulfilled it the last 8 to 10 years, I'm positive. And I would presume, I would assume that the pricing would be the same, in the same area now. Not completely positive, but I would assume so. But,
So I think what he needs Monday is a decision on whether or not to accept this state bid price or to bid it out, and see what you can get. That's really up to you all. So, right? I mean, am I?
yep, if they want to bid it out, or do they want to accept the QPA at the terms that the state is proposing with the increased rate?
Yeah, that's fine. Right. Put it on the agenda.
We did budget enough, even with the increase, we'll have enough for the 25, 26 year, but that'd be up for you guys to decide. Compost, building department closed out the permit, so that's all good to go. We're trying to get the final grade touches on it. We're actually starting on it today, on the eastern side to get gravel installed, get the final grade to the retention pond. And, I guess some housekeeping things to get tied up, but, the formal stuff's kind of yet to come, but it's getting closer, and, we're trying to get answers that people are wanting, but, it's a lot closer than it has been.
Aaron has put a lot of work into that job in
Mhm.
highway department.
Yeah.
He's done
Do we have a time frame when you guys are gonna?
it'll be yet this year. Can you come any closer to that, Aaron?
We're just gonna keep doing our part until you guys decide what exactly we're doing formally moving forward.
We've got it. Right now, the biggest thing we have to do is come up with fees. And we're hoping, if not the end of this week, first of next week, we can make the announcement, opening date.
Cause it's gotta be open before
Yeah.
the leaf. I mean, I've been getting phone calls all the time.
Oh, well, I don't think it'll get open for a while then, will it, Aaron?
Sounds like building department wants to help with, helping out there.
He's getting a lot of phone calls on it, so don't worry about it.
It'll be open one way or the other, then I'll just go cut the lock and open it up.
Good luck.
I think you have keys to it. So please don't do that.
I will get it. We're working on it. And the day going by, we haven't worked on it.
Sheila?
Hi, Sheila.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
County recorder.
I am looking to
You have
restore
this?
the original plat
You need it
books.
more than I do.
There's 6 of them. They're very large. They're in the basement and they're not in great shape. Back earlier this year, I had someone come out and give me an estimate. And he quoted me 5 books for almost $40,000. And I told him, it'll be next year. I'll have to put it in the budget. And then I got to thinking about things and decided to look for a second opinion, which that's what you're looking at now is the second opinion. And so Randy Jones, he's from North Manchester, and gave me an estimate. That's the first page that you're looking at for $10,950. I have that already in my budget this year. I could get the project started. And then the next series of pages is just about the digital or the preservation and what all it includes. There is an email between Randy and I about the condition of the books and what state they're in and how he came to his cost of $1,800 a book. It just was basically a minimum charge because the page count was low. So I would like to okay that. I realize Kurt hasn't looked at anything, so it doesn't have to go Monday if he needs.
We can try
There's
it.
really not much
There's not much there.
to this. And so, I'm not in a hurry, but I'm just presenting the information. I'd like to get started on those books as soon as is feasible.
I don't think it's unreasonable to plan for Monday. If I run into trouble, I will mention it. The things I'm gonna be looking for, and like I always do, is non-collusion, Indiana law affidavit, E-Verify, and are they registered in Indiana? So I will do that due diligence, and if I sense that we need more information, I'll reach out to Sheila.
Any questions?
No.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Be done.
Connie? Mary?
I finally have quotes, just take them. For, a replacement engine for the truck on the basement.
Oh, this is a long process, Jason.
I have two. I got one from Hostetler Tire and Auto and one from Tire Star. We decided since we're gonna be tearing it apart to have them replace the transmission also, since those transmissions are notorious for going bad. So Hostetler's total is $13,321.20. Tire Star's total was $17,343.78. So I'd like to go with Hostetler's. Tire Starters is very complicated. They have 2 engines quoted and 2 transmissions quoted, so that's why I had to go through. And also had tax included.
The commissioner's helping pay for this.
Yeah.
Do you want the amount?
No, because I wasn't even here for this. Yeah, I think it was 6,000. I don't remember.
It was coming out of the building department's fund, wasn't it, since they threw
Since
the
they blew
engine?
the engine, yeah.
Since they threw the engine? It didn't run.
The cheap part.
The gift that keeps on giving.
I'll look it up. I remember that.
I mean, let's just be real, Jason. You gave him the cheap end.
I wonder what the truck's worth to put 13 grand in it.
An 18? Probably,
Probably 30, 32.
I would say, yeah, at least 30.
Yeah, it was the cheapest 2018 truck like that I could find was 25,000.
Yeah.
Basically.
Might have been driven easier than that one has been driven.
Yeah.
Alright, and then I would like permission to apply for 3 different grants.
One's for an engine?
They're all for the same thing.
Oh.
We'd like to add on to the playground at Dallas and also install a double pickleball court. So I have a grant to Community Foundation for $25,000, Cole Foundation for $20,000, and Deco for $10,000.
Probably let you do a pickleball court.
Do what?
Just me.
They'll get played out there.
Do you write in your 26 budget? Are you revising your 26 budget?
No, I have that in.
You already have it in. Okay.
Yes, I have it in. As long as council approves it, I have, which that's out of our non-reverting fund.
Yeah.
Can't come on our budget or in that fund, so.
Okay, I just want to make sure we didn't need to adjust
Yeah,
before.
no,
I
She has them. She has them requested.
Total cost of the project.
Maybe like 96,000. Then,
65.
we would like to do a fundraiser on October 11th. Leroy Hostetler from Woodside Barbecue has been doing our chicken at Tuesday event for, we've been doing it. He brought this up to us, that he will cook us 5,000 pounds of chicken.
5,000 pounds.
We have to pay for the chicken, and pay for his charcoal, but he'll do all the work, the labor for free. And then we would have to provide 20 drivers and find 20 Amish couples or people to go with the drivers and go. I guess this is common. I don't know. I've lived here for 33 years, but the Amish go door to door sales. Whenever they need to raise money for health costs or help, whatever. But he says, well, we could raise $20,000 easy. So we'd like to do this for applying for the rights.
Mary, they pre-order that, correct? They would pre-order their chicken.
Yes.
They're, that's what I thought, yeah.
Talking
That's pretty
to
good.
millers to see if they'll give us a discount. So,
You mean pre-order the end purchasers pre-order?
Correct.
Oh, no,
Yeah, that's what there
no,
was.
you just go door to door and knock on the door.
You
and-
They pre-ordered those.
Nope,
So,
he said you start at 8 and he said it'll all be gone by noon. We'll be done.
I got it from my house with pizzas. and things
Really?
like
And
that, yeah.
that's what Paul Baker said. He gets on at his house all the time. Selling stuff,
Yeah,
so.
we just stopped by going, we made David's
my
fundraiser.
house.
Okay, sure.
Wow, I've never seen those.
I know,
It's a lot of chicken.
You're with the same neighborhood.
Apparently,
Only
yeah.
the western side of it.
I have to go buy some.
All the time.
Shriners did it with pizza and maybe nothing that they buy every now.
Oh my,
Yeah, I always do with pizza every year.
just show up with it all cooked and here it is.
Yep.
Mhm.
It is.
Interesting.
You probably have it at your, you get it at your house. Pizza don't
Never
you?
seen them do that. That's
Yep.
wild.
You're in that area. I know
They
people
were
are scared to
all
get
throw
it still.
in the freezer.
I
Wow.
don't know, Kathy, if there's any, because we'll be collecting, I mean, we'll have volunteers collecting money. Is that an issue?
It's a donation, right?
Is it a
No, I
donation?
was just talking logistics of it.
Oh.
No, because you would just funnel it through. You just have to do the deposit for it.
Yeah.
You should be okay.
So,
I'd keep track of the funds. So not-
yeah.
I don't have an issue.
That is.
I don't, I mean, it's not.
As long as they make more than what you sold the chicken for, I guess.
But
Send
they'll
out
get that back.
5,000
in the
And I'm
donation
sorry, that
that
was
goes to
the-
the lights.
October 11th.
10, 11.
5,000 pounds of chicken.
I'll put it on the agenda for Monday.
Thanks, Mary. Jenny? Bring her yard sign up with her too?
I am, because I have to get your permission. So yesterday, Bowen Health was here for a wellness seminar for staff. And Christina Blasky was a presenter in there. Obviously, we're doing this year at Prairie Heights. LaGrange County was a sponsor of that. She wanted permission to put up 3 yard signs at the entrances of our 3 in-town buildings. And so I told her I would check to make sure that was okay, but it would be Annex Justice in the courthouse near the entrances. So this is the sign.
I think you ought to get one of those signs that like they wear and have Doug Leslie wear that and walk around the courthouse.
Sandwich board.
The
We
sandwich
can make
board.
that happen.
Can you do that, Sheriff?
Yeah, I think we can make that happen.
Wanted to see him riding his
You
bike.
can tell him I said so too, so.
I want to be there when I tell him.
One other thing that is not HR related, Main Street LaGrange would like to do fall decorating uptown. I'm not sure if the committee has been to town council yet to ask permission, but I told them that I would ask permission or see if I could get permission from you guys for pumpkins and mums to be at the courthouse like they did last year.
Gary's looking the other way.
Here at Main Street LaGrange does pumpkins and mums at the courthouse like they did last year.
I don't know. Looks really nice.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that, so.
Okay.
They just gonna do fall, they gonna do Christmas too, or?
Christmas didn't go well last year. The vision was very large and it was not executed well.
Okay.
So that one's just kind of floating in the, I
Okay.
think people have some ideas to work with the Lakeland Art Department that does the cards to maybe just do something with them so that it's not, yeah. So I'm sure I'll come back and ask about Christmas, but it won't be what last year's was. That did not work. Okay, so now LaGrange HR. So the safety group met last week, had a conversation. Previously, I had come before you, got permission for county government to be closed to the public on September the 23rd for the purposes of some training drills and some COG practice. That does not work for the courts, it turns out. So what the safety committee discussed was only having the annex closed that day, doing the drill in the morning. We would have a second drill that takes us to an offsite location and then practicing of our continuity of government that day. So it would be just the annex building. And so I don't know if I need to re-ask permission or notify you if we can't, like, we'd like to do just the annex building. And I will share more details at department head next week. I'd rather do that on the department head versus here.
Yeah.
Same
The
day,
annex in the morning, did you say, or the annex?
It would be all day.
It'd be all day.
the same day. No,
Yeah, it's the same day. It's not changing the date. It would just be.
I already okayed that.
We already okayed that. so.
Right.
You don't have to bring that back. We already okayed that. You're just changing it up a little, so.
Yeah, it's still Tuesday, the 23rd. The date is not different. It's just modifying the plan. I'm happy to either share that more in detail with you guys during executive or definitely during department head. We want to share with everybody what that date will look like. But yeah, okay, perfect. And we will still work on, I'm gonna try to work with the judges to find a better date, maybe early spring of 26. That we could then still have the same day for the justice building and the courthouse.
What do they have going on that day they can?
Judge Wells said that I think it has something to do maybe with tax, I don't know. Basically, notices were already sent out. It could not be changed, and he missed it on his calendar. So I'm not gonna
The
try to.
court,
It is in
court,
court, yeah, for
we'll
certain
get it
court.
continued or canceled.
So,
We could do it January 2nd.
That'd be nice.
It's a day nobody really wants to be here anyways.
so we'll work on the other two buildings. We also could plan on doing a mini version of this for the health department. And obviously the highway also needs to have this on probably a much smaller scale, but I think the plan we have for the annex for that day is pretty good.
Yeah.
So we can share more details. He don't know what the details are, so he can share. He was at the meeting last week, so we can share that.
Early.
He was early, not late. He was early. I still have as an open item the policy that you asked me to work on. Peter was not here last time, so you asked me to table that. Didn't know if you want to talk about it now. Would you like me to stay for the executive session to have that conversation about the policy? Continue to table it? Whatever you prefer.
We wanted to wait till he was here, so we'll talk about it then.
Okay, I'll stay. And then I know that Kevin's gonna get with me to make some updates to the compost attendance job description, but council did approve that, so we should be able to post once we get a good job description.
That wrapped up, so we can adopt it or approve it.
Signs should be, especially the signs of the decorating.
No, that's admin. You don't have to worry about that on Monday. That's all admin.
Doug was admin too, right?
Yeah, Doug's admin too. Make sure you tell him, Jenny.
I will. I'm pretty sure. We'll bring you more signs.
I want to be there when she tells him.
Robbie? Nothing? Jason? Gary? Sheriff? Morning.
Couple things to bring up for Monday. We got one car. I'm still waiting to hear back from insurance. We're gonna get back to the total one. I still have some money left in Q cap. I'd like to get another one purchased. We were doing pretty good on spares, but now I'm hurting. Now I'm down to 2. So as soon as we find out, is Kathy's Jackie out all day today?
Yes, rest of this week.
Okay, so we did we get a price back from insurance on that?
We have not heard
Oh,
anything
okay.
back yet.
So as soon as we figure out what the price is for that, and then there's some left in cube cap, and then I'd have to probably jockey some around somewhere to get the remaining covered, but.
Do you have a price on the vehicle?
I've got the one, they were out, I'm gonna call John Jones. It should be similar to last year, those were 43.8.
You'll have that before Monday?
Yes, I'm gonna call him today, just to see. Normally John Jones had them sit on the parking lot, so I will call him, and that would be a 25, it wouldn't be a brand new one, or it wouldn't be a 26 yet, so. And then 2 weeks is our annual ride. You need me to bring that up Monday, it's the same fundraiser we do every year. I can bring that up Monday. Also.
You can bring it up. That way people are watching, they can see it, some advertisement on it.
Okay. And then the only thing I would recommend on that training day, that we get permission to post it on the doors, in-service training. And then when we'll put it on our Facebook page, that'll be in-service training. I'm not gonna go into detail, and that way, if you want to ask, and it is, it's a training for employees.
Gonna work.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Thanks.
On Monday. Or
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
door.
yeah, you should be able to send it to me as soon as I call. I'll have it Monday.
Mark?
Two things I want to bring up from Monday. One, I just got a service agreement to extend the warranty on this unit here for another year. It's going to cost $3,200 to extend that out, which I want to get approval for that, and I have money in my software line for this. And then the other thing is I've been working with a company called Spyglass, which the county used quite some time ago. But basically what they do is go through old phone bills or any kind of utility bills to see if there is stuff that we could save on and even recoup costs and everything. What with Spyglass is if they were to find, say, we overspent like $1,000 for their fee, they get half of that. So we still get a recoup of $500, and then for their fee, they get to keep the other half of it and stuff, which I'm still working with Brightspeed since with the new phone system moving over and stuff that there's quite a bit of stuff. Brightspeed hasn't been truthful for me on what we've been paying for years. Just a couple example, there's a mileage line we're paying to a house in the middle of Goshen. I have no clue, and it's been like $200 a month and stuff, and I can't find anything in our records. I've looked on Beacon, Google Maps, anything to see if maybe there's a tower or anything along in that area, and I'm not seeing it. Other ones I've seen is like Stro for their tower and stuff that's what we're paying for. So I want to make sure I'm not also like shutting things down. But Brightspeed, for the third time, has stuck me on meetings and stuff where the last one was for 2 years and they contacted me on their research. Now this one I had it right before I went on vacation, and they ended up deleting my account on the portal, which I got that reactivated on the last call with them. And now they're replied back to me of, hey, are you able to get in? Yeah, we had that fixed. Where's my research? I need to know what I can cut off because we are having some issues with the Amish trying to call in where they're Brightspeed customers, and it's still coming into a Brightspeed line, even though because we're still customers that, they're not able to call into the new phone system because that redirect stops. So until I can get Brightspeed to, end the account or whatever they need to do to allow those calls to come through. But again, I don't also want to cut out, other utilities that are out there that, is needed for, say, if there's something with the towers out there and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that's what Spyglass will help me do is I'll give them authority to get into these accounts to look and see what's really going on that they don't want to. All-Star, the people that with the new phone company have stated a lot of the central exchange lines were back from the analog days where, from phone lines when it was like 463 here. So it's one that just compiling with the 499 change and added services. And then of course, CenturyLink to Lumen to Brightspeed, it's just been one big, pile of garbage on, over and over and stuff, which I can only go so far back with even Bob's notes, and I can't find a whole lot with it and stuff. So, but that's what I'm going to do with Spyglass to see what they can find and hopefully recoup some kind of, monies back into our utility fund.
Does this Spyglass contract only allow them to access what you assign to them, or
Yes.
do they have carte blanche to?
No, it's what I assigned to them and stuff. So yeah, like I said, it was something that the county used back in 2009 and then
I remember the name.
2013.
Yeah.
So but that's all I have.
Wait. Where am I at? Oh, Bill. No, I was just where I left off.
Oh, Bill.
He wore the right uniform today. He's matching.
Oh, look at you, Daddy.
Oh.
The truth comes out.
Now we know. Oh, you really know how to get a no, don't you?
So anyway, on another note, so that's the latest update from our disaster with the storms that went through back the end of April. Was it March? I don't remember. A while ago, where we calculated all the funds and everything. We ended up turning in total for the county almost $139,000 worth of cost, leaving us still like 52,000 short. So with this, the presidential declaration came for the state, but we were not included. However, there were other state or other counties that did not reach their threshold either that were included. And so the state has appealed to try to get us and Steuben money. So it's not over yet. They say it's very unlikely it's going to happen, but they have.
So how do you not meet your threshold but get included?
That's what they don't know. They're trying to figure that out on how other counties made it. So basically that's the cost that we submitted. You get 75% of that back if they would include us in that. So they're still trying. The state had 30 days. I don't remember when this, so July 22nd. So roughly another week or so.
So who do we need to call?
We're not doing anything. The state's doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. The state told me that they're looking into it to see if they can appeal for us. So, because it's all through them. The only, we were included in the state stuff, but when it went to presidential, it didn't reach there. So, still kind of up in limbo. There was a news release. I don't know why, but Steuben issued saying that they didn't get it. We're in the same boat they were. Have you seen that release? I mean, it's just one of those things we're waiting on. So I wouldn't expect it, but you never know. The other thing I have is I sent you an email. Monday, National Weather Service is coming to do a thing for the storm ready county. He's supposed to be here. I think Kathy put it right at the beginning or something.
How long is
I
that
don't know.
supposed to last?
It won't take long. He'll do a little spiel and then you get to get your picture taken.
I don't want a picture taken.
Sure you do. So smile pretty.
What color?
Yeah, you guys let me know what to wear that day. Basically with the storm ready, and he'll explain it, but it just was some things with the National Weather Service saying our county is prepared for those kind of things to get the notifications, how we share it to the community and things like that. So then we get a street sign or a sign, all that good stuff. And then the last thing I have, which would be for agenda, is getting approval for an out-of-state training. This one's not till March, but it's one of those that fills up quick. It's down at Texas A&M through FEMA. They pay for everything. There's no cost to the county. As soon as I'm registered, they get the airlines, they get the hotel. Everything's paid for by them.
We're at in Texas.
Texas A&M.
Well, what city's that near?
That's it. That's in,
Is it Austin?
no,
We can tell
it's north of there.
Dallas?
It's up by the Panhandle.
Amarillo?
Yeah, it's close to Amarillo.
No, that's terrible up there.
Texas A&M College Station.
Yes,
College days. Yeah, that sounds right.
yes.
How you say that. So, but yeah, there's no cost to the
Bless you.
county for that. It's just getting your approval.
Is that the same week in Notre Dame place? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I doubt it.
I was trying to get Aaron a ride down there.
It's in March.
They put their last opening day.
So yeah, there's like 6 weeks that they're doing it. I'm trying to get the March ones, and the other ones are right like in January when winter storms are hitting here. I'm trying to play that.
Yeah, we don't ever get those in March.
Well, less likely.
March ones are the worst ones, Bill. Heavy, wet.
But, yeah, so I'll just bring that on Monday.
Hey, that's true. Yeah.
That's all I've got. I guess I should have said that. It is like incident management training. Sorry. I guess I didn't say what it was. It's more of what I went to before. It's building on that. It's enhanced all hazards incident management, unified command, basically building on that more in depth. Guess I didn't say that. Good call.
Jerry? Anything? No?
That's Kim.
Kim? No. Sorry. Zach, you been pacing around back there. Are you nervous or what?
I don't have nothing for the agenda, but I want to talk to you guys real quick. While you guys all three are here. The drainage board and myself have been exploring a different way of assessing and maintaining our tiles and drains. Basically, it's called cumulative drain fund. Kurt's office has helped us look into it a little bit. It may be a viable option for LaGrange County. It would take you guys probably having to make basically an ordinance to change over to that, since you guys are the commissioners of the county. And I wanted to just answer your questions you may have, if we're bring it maybe to you if it looks like a go, and upsides and downsides of it. Didn't know if you guys want to learn more about it before we jump too far into it, or any questions. Kevin's been on the drainage board listening in a little bit, but we're just in a meeting on September 4th with Kosciuszko, DeKalb, Noble, Steuben, and Elkhart, that Tony might come with us as well to just listen to see how it works in more detail.
So do all those counties do cum drain fund?
Elkhart's the only one.
Okay.
But the rest of these Kosciuszko's looked into before. I've looked into when I first started. Like I said, I didn't know enough about the job to just jump into something new like that. So we've been doing it since I started, just the watershed way. The cum drain fund basically shifts the cost of maintaining drains and ditches to a different type of cost that goes across the whole county, kind of like the cum bridge fund does. Everybody's got to pay some money into it. The reason it's attractive for my office is that it gives us more flexibility. It gives us it reduces some of our tasks we have to do in order to fix something. Right now, if I go out there, there's a blow hole in a tile, time it takes for me to fix that thing and get the money public hearing, all to fix $1,000 blow hole, gets really prohibitive. All the steps we have to take.
Is this going to take the place of the other tax?
We will get rid of all assessments on watershed drains individually. Yes. We would use legally we have to expend that amount that's in those. If we have a positive amount, we spend those out, they're zero, and then we just start maintaining those drains with the cum drain fund.
What would that cost per resident?
So that's what I'll be delivering to you next time. Hopefully, if you guys are wanting to pursue this further, it's from 1 to 5 cents per $100,000 assessed value. So it shifts the cost basically. People that have a high assessed value will pay a higher drain fee, I guess you call it. We cannot, there's some restrictions. We cannot tax towns, incorporated limits. Ideally, we still want to get a little bit of money from those towns. So I visit Shipshewana, LaGrange, Topeka, and Oakville to hopefully they would give some money that we're taxing the rest of the residents in LaGrange County for, basically the same kind of deal, if they would be willing to do that. But I don't know. I'd go and explore that if we decide to go this route further at that time. But it's a shift, but there's no public hearings for assessments. We still have public hearings for establishments, big construction projects, but it's a lot more limited, a lot less costly, a lot less overhead. And like back in the day, it probably was a big deal to live the old way, but trying to maintain a 3-person staff and Sam doing all the splits and transfers. I mean, Robbie can vouch this. The busier this county gets, the more it's going on, the more work and complaints she's going to have on what chicken barns, the factory, this business down here. I mean, the highway the same way. We have to figure out a way if we're going to maintain a small staff to be efficient, productive. We have to find ways to make that happen. All offices do. And for my office, this is something that I want to look into explore because the other counties have the same issues I have with growth and the cost of used to be a 100-acre farm with one owner. Now we got 17 landowners. And having public hearings, notifying them, it becomes overbearing burden to just get the money. By the time I get the money, I'm so exhausted. I gotta go spend it and get it all out. It cuts out some of the work, I guess you call it, and the inefficiencies. The fairness of it, I guess you could debate that. But, it's very effective. It does work, and it may even. We have a lot of lake people who are complaining about drainage sometimes, but they don't pay a lot of drainage because they're not in the watershed per se all the time. So It'd be good to get money, they'll do some work on the outlets or inlets of those drains that they complain about a lot. It gives me a little more flexibility. Still have limitations on how we, every time I spend over 25 grand, has to be approved by the council on projects usually, stuff like that. So it's just something you guys are interested, maybe looking into further. I'm not gonna pursue it real heavily if you guys say, no, just keep it the same old way, but if it's something you guys think would be worth doing, I wanna look into it a little further. And answer any questions you may have, or take these questions you may have to the meeting on September 4th, so then we can get more clarity on anything you may have questions about too.
Well, what I've heard of from it, I think we should pursue it. Let Zach look at it and give us more information. One comment I would make, Zach, you mentioned fairness. Every time you do an assessment, you hear that. It doesn't make a difference what you do. You know, the water doesn't drain on my property. You hear it every meeting, so.
No, it drains from their property. That's why they think it's not.
Yeah,
fair.
he gets it constantly
We
though.
are shifting the cost of maintaining the drains different, but overall, it cuts out a lot of
Yeah, I like
the
it.
work that it just bogs you down. It actually, it doesn't make it do work.
It depends. I mean, you're paying a tax now. Is that tax going to be more than what some people are paying?
I think it's gonna be more fair from what we've heard. But Zach's he's got a lot more information to come back with.
So
I think
not
it's
all
something
water
to
systems
pursue
are
at this
like that.
point.
Some people aren't paying any kind of ditch tax.
Right.
They'll be paying some fee, it'd be a percentage of their assessed value of their property. Some that are paying, those will go to zero, they'll be paying this instead, it replaces that. We'll knock those assessments to zero. We actually can use that, also, if there's a project we feel is too expensive, we can put some of that burden back on, but I try not to do that if I could.
Yeah, I don't know, because I what the state doing with their property tax thing and everything else, so are we gonna have to charge people more?
If we did it on a per parcel basis to generate the money we needed, we just did a per parcel, for every parcel in the county, including the corporate towns. We can't do it that way, but I just wanted to see what that cost would be. If you have $24 a parcel, is what we need to maintain the dips and drains at our current staff level. So, but it's not gonna be that, it's gonna be a percentage of your assessed value. So we can get a chart that shows you per assessed value that shows who would be paying how much, I mean, so you get an idea of.
I kind of like to see that, because I
a
like,
big chart.
because I'm afraid that what the state's doing with taxes and everything, we're gonna be trying to figure out how to
I don't know.
pay for some of this.
That's the part when I ask Elkhart County, if it's part of this could be a whole, it's not a property tax per se, it's a drainage fee basically incorporated on assessed value.
It is a property tax.
Property tax. on
What I'm,
assessed value.
what I'd like to know is this going to go against that percentage that Jeff Peters talked about?
That's.
The 2.9.
Yeah,
That's had a question as well too. That's why
Yeah, I mean, that's one that you'd want to
That's
know.
what I said. I think it's worth him pursuing it
If
to
you guys
get
have any
more
questions
information.
between now and September 4th, I would email me or text me or call me. I'd like to have those questions before that meeting so I can address those in Elkhart County and we can answer back to you.
Do what?
2.9 was income tax.
This is not an
This
So
income.
is
it's not, so it's a property tax.
Yeah, but it's still.
I mean, it'd just be nice to make sure that
It's
it's
another
clear that
tax.
it's not
The-
Right.
going to go against it, but yeah.
It's not an LIT.
Call it what you want.
It's like a bridge fund tax.
Okay.
The public hearing process back in the day when you had a watershed and you had 12 people, those are about over. We don't get 12 people because we get 60 people or 70 people. And then it just is an overwhelming burning. Every time we have a public hearing, it's just a floodgate. We still have some public hearings for construction processes, but we don't have the assessment public hearings, which those are the heavy, I mean, you guys have sat in some of those. Those are not enjoyable. Those are not fun. Those are sometimes entertaining, I'll give you that, but entertaining at cost. So, if you have any questions, I just want to give you an update we're looking into. It's something that
Yeah.
other counties, we're not the only one in Kosciuszko, everybody's is attracted to it because it does cut down some of the fixed cost of postage, the phone calls, the visits, trying to educate everybody in the county how water works to a certain point. So I'm 50-50 on it, but I definitely see an attraction to it now for being here for a while and see how things work and actually fixing these drains and how much, if we have one little problem, how much work it goes into fixing a $1,500 blow hole. It's too much, so. All right.
It's worth looking at. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks. What you got, Kathy?
I don't have anything.
Kurt?
Nothing other than to just report to you that I have no resolution on the EDC matter from that lengthy email that I sent. Other than I have a phone call scheduled Friday with EDC's attorney. So we'll see what that produces, but I have no information to report, and it is from my office's perspective, not ready to address. So if you're asked to address it, it is not right for approval. You can do whatever you want, of course, but I would strongly recommend against doing anything further despite council's decision on Monday.
Yes. I agree with that.
Was it a joint session? Sorry, despite the joint session that you all decided on Monday. None of the issues in my email have been addressed or resolved, which you can ignore, of course.
Last I knew, they still have the contract or they didn't go up.
Yeah.
Sticky wicket. That's all I have.
You have anything?
No, off the top of my head.
Some for you too.
Bless you.
Okay,
Whatever it was.
thanks for coming. Shut her off.
You all know.
I'd say everything's.
Shut her down.
We have executive now?
Well, Jenny said she was gonna stick around.
Yeah.
She does?
Yeah.